Good afternoon, I'm Vashon Brown with the Midday News. Special welcome if you're watching on onespotmedia.com. A reminder as well that you can watch TVJ live by downloading our One Spot Media app in the Google Play Store or the App Store. That's the number 1 followed by the words Spot Media. Former President of the Medical Association of Jamaica, Dr. Shane Alexis, has been selected to represent the People's National Party PNP in the constituency of St. Mary's South Eastern. This follows the death of the Member of Parliament, Dr. Winston Green, a week ago. PNP General Secretary Julian Robinson last night confirmed that the party had given Dr. Alexis the nod.
The Executive Committee at its meeting tonight approved the selection of Dr. Shane Alexis as the party's next candidate for Southeast St. Mary in the by-election whenever it is called.
Meanwhile, the PNP is to get a new chairman. Robert Pickersgill has informed the party that he will be stepping down.
The party chairman for the last 25 years, Comrade Pickersgill, indicated formally to the executive that he won't be seeking election as chairman come the first NEC after conference, which will be in September. So this would mark the end of his tenure as chairman of the party. We have always had an annual election which takes place at the first NEC after conference, which is scheduled for September 24th, I think the date is. So there would be an election, and I anticipate that there will be 2 new comrades who will offer themselves as candidates for the position of chairman.
He confirmed that Fitz Jackson and Anthony Hilton have expressed an interest in the post. A probe is underway into the fatal stabbing of a 19-year-old detainee at the Negril police lockup in Westmoreland yesterday. Dead is Christopher Hines of Hertford in the parish. Mr. Hines was charged with murder. A statement from the police said the incident happened about 7:15 in the evening. It's reported that Mr. Hines and another detainee had a dispute in which both parties inflicted wounds to each other with sharp objects. They were taken to hospital, where Mr. Hines died while undergoing treatment. The other inmate was treated and taken back into custody. Relatives of Mr. Hines reacted to his death. They have raised questions about the safety of detainees at the facility.
But they are not supposed to have weapon in jail. If you are going to visit your loved one, they are telling you that you're supposed to eat the food and stuff. So how on God earth them get weapon inside the cell?
You need to protect people, you know, cannot take them in and don't protect them. How the hell you're going to say that them pop off piece or shine something off a slide window and use it to stab my cousin? What the hell is slide window doing in there? If you don't know, say hit or kill them, get rid of it. This morning, me turn to the police and tell him, say, get rid of them. He said, then we use hacksaw blade and cut off to steal them. What is hacksaw blade doing in there?
They have to take my nephew and so then put him in a safety. And now, his safety officer is dead in there. If you're out here and go to court and the judge give him 1 year or 10 year or life imprisonment, we would feel more better. More if he knows I not take him and put him in jail and now he's dead.
Still in Westmoreland, one of the parish's most wanted has been arrested and charged in the Cayman Islands. 29-year-old Brian Ellis, who is from the community of Farm in the parish, was nabbed on Friday. Mr. Ellis is wanted in Jamaica for arson and last December's murder of 44-year-old Stedman Sterling, a chef of Farm. Cayman 27 News aired this report.
One of Jamaica's most wanted men has been arrested in Cayman during a joint customs, immigration and police exercise over the weekend. According to a Government Information Services statement issued this afternoon, the man who is wanted for serious crimes in the neighboring island was arrested Friday in the Windsor Park area on suspicion of illegal landing and possession of marijuana. The statement says the tactical operation was initiated by immigration, customs and police officers after it was discovered that illegal persons were residing and concealing drugs in the Windsor Park area. Search warrants were executed during the joint operation and several packages of marijuana concealed in various locations were seized. The man was arrested.
Data from medical health experts are indicating that the nation's children are developing long-term psychological and physical problems based on the levels of violence they're experiencing. Director of the Violence Prevention Alliance and public health specialist Dr. Elizabeth Ward is warning that major intervention is needed immediately. Dr. Ward states that children have suffered adverse experiences, and this is being seen in studies. Speaking yesterday on RJR's Beyond the Headlines, Dr. Ward argued that these are leading to long-term complications.
Where once they have experienced 3 or more of these adverse experiences, that they come back with all kind of long-term complications. One of the things is that we know those who are exposed to violence will perpetuate violence much more readily. They're 7 times more likely to become an alcoholic. They're 5 times more likely to be involved in illegal drugs. They're 3 times more likely to be involved to have severe anxiety.
The Health Ministry is training medical practitioners on how to dispense medical cannabis products. It says so far it has trained 39 physicians, 22 pharmacists, 2 scientific researchers, and 17 National Council on Drug Abuse staff members. According to the ministry, in order to recommend or prescribe medical cannabis in Jamaica, registered pharmacists or registered physicians must first be certified in the use of medical cannabis. It says doctors completing the accredited course receive a certificate of registration to recommend medical cannabis in Jamaica. They will then appear on the ministry's register, which will be shared with the Pharmacy Council and pharmacies in Jamaica. The first training workshops were held last month, and the next set will take place in October. Meanwhile, the regulations governing medical cannabis products are being finalized and will be submitted to Cabinet in the coming weeks. The island's main marketer of sugar, Jamaica Cane Product Sales, is trying to iron out challenges with the packaging of some of its products. A statement Monday afternoon from the Agriculture Ministry responded to reports about a shortage of sugar. It said while there is adequate supply of the commodity, the National Compliance and Regulatory Authority and the Consumer Affairs Commission identified a shortfall in the 500-gram packages in some areas. Jamaica Cane Products Sales indicated that the shortfall resulted from a sharp increase in demand for that size recently. It's expected that the shortfall in the 500-gram packages will be addressed within 2 weeks. In an effort to strengthen national development, the Carib Cement Company recently helped to renovate the Dunmere Sports Complex. Carib Cement says it will continue to assist in renovation exercises and the building of parks and community centers across the island. At the opening of the sports complex last week, the general manager of Carib Cement Company says more local companies should try to give back to communities.
I also want to take the opportunity to invite other companies to be part of projects like this. And I definitely think there's a lot of private companies in Jamaica that right now we are in a moment where the country is doing good. So we have to, not only think on our bottom lines, but also think of what else we can give back to this country that has given us so much to the private sector. The government cannot be held responsible alone. We have to see how we can help the government to do some of the things that alone they can do it. But if they do it with the help of the private sector, it's going to be much easier and going to be much better and a much stronger Jamaica.
Meanwhile, Member of Parliament Carl Samuda noted the renovation plans has common for the community.
This term, I don't want to see one striking zinc fence in common. Not one. And I will do everything in my power to remove every boardhouse in common.
Corville Gardens, Hope Pastures, Cassia Park, Harborview and Harbor Heights communities have benefited from renovation exercises. The complex will serve the Beverly Dale and Common communities both off Red Hills Road. And in sports, despite mixed fortunes in 2 practice matches on Sunday, Reggae Boys head coach Theodore Whitmore is satisfied with his team's preparation heading into Thursday's friendly against Trinidad and Tobago. The national senior footballers defeated Super League campaigners Barbican 5-0, but suffered a 1-0 defeat to Red Stripe Premier League finalists Portmore United. Damian Binns scored for Portmore from the penalty box late in the second half, sending his Portmore teammate Shavin Sean Paul the wrong way in the national goal. Jamaica leaves the island today for Trinidad, and Whitmore was pleased with what he says or has seen so far.
We have gathered a squad that hasn't played together, so with these two games back-to-back, this morning and this afternoon, I think it's a very positive steps going forward.
Last season's goalkeeper of the year, Amal Knight of UWI, is traveling with a senior team for the first time. He's very optimistic about what he has seen from his teammates.
Our preparation with the boys has been very good since we came into camp. We've been doing some hard work, and I think the hard work is paying off slowly but surely. I think that the boys are in good condition, we're in very good condition, and we're just looking forward to go to Trinidad and put in the hard work and get the results that is desired.
And Portmore United coach Shavar Thomas also enjoyed the Sunday's outing.
It's also another preparation for pre-season, preparing for the Premier League. It's a good exercise playing against the national team, because obviously we're going to play against some of these guys in their respective clubs when they go back to their respective club, and it's a very good exercise.
And that's the Midday News. I'm Vashon Brown. Join us at 7 for Primetime News Package. On behalf of the news, sports and production teams, have a good afternoon.